Hello there, fellow grognards, it's Al, and I figured we'd have a look at this new Warhammer 40,000 Animations trailer. After all, in their half-year statement, GW have just said that the Amazon show is going to be a long way off, and they kind of threw the production company under the bus. Yeah, kind of a dicky thing, but never mind. So we're going to have a look at this trailer, because I've watched it once already, and I've kind of got thoughts. And we'll discuss those thoughts afterwards. So let's have a look. I apologise for my face being so large here. I'm doing it just in case GW decides to be dicks about the copyright. I'm hoping that this will make it basically transformative. So apologies if it gets in the way. Let's have a look.
His test begins.
Are you noticing something so far? So we've got obviously Orcs versus Khorne Berserkers. We've got Sisters of Battle of some description. We've got pilots. But the only voices that we've heard so far are female voices. So let's just carry on.
Be a beacon, a rising call to the faithful.
And there you go. That's your lot. It's kicking off in February 2026. So you've got our Sisters Battle show. You've got an Aeronautica Imperialis show, which is kind of cool. And then you've got another episode of Hammer and Bolter, which is hit and miss. This one looks like it's going to be based around Orcs and Khorne Berserkers, which could be a good mix. Obviously, the Orcs and the Khorne Berserkers are going to be the sort of the male-orientated show, so we don't need to hear from that at all. No dialogue required. All we need to hear dialogue-wise is from ladies, and the vast majority of the focus appears to be ladies. Every shot I saw of a pilot, that's a woman's eyes, from what I can tell, or it's a woman's grunts, or whatever. Basically, what I'm saying is this entire animation trailer puts women front and centre. Now, I need to say that I don't necessarily have a problem with this. I don't. There's been female characters in GW nearly since the beginning. Certainly since 2nd edition. You've had all these different female characters. Necromunda, Escher, whole gang of ladies, Mad Donna. All these female characters, obviously they've increased that over the years, and they've said they do that with their statement, which is fine. It shouldn't be completely surprising. However, when I balance this against the last two major series that GW produced for animation, we're starting to notice a pattern. So we had that night show about bestest of our diverse female night pilot from a matriarchal house who's better than everybody else. The princes go out there and get destroyed after putting her down, and then she's the one who finally beats her father, I think it was, in the night, and then goes back to the matriarchy, and she's got the secrets and she takes over, and then she's now the new matriarch. That was one show. Fair enough. But then we got Kill Lupercal, which was a complete piece of shit. And that turned out to be a whole lot of two female princeps passing the Bechdel test, with a deliberate defocus upon any male personality whatsoever. Now, I'm not going to say that the guys haven't had their time. Interrogator had a male character. There's been episodes of Hammer and Bolter that have had male characters, and obviously the Prior Nexus, apart from the female guardsmen, the Adeptus Sororitas, the Space Marines, they're all male, because Space Marines are all male. So it's not so much that I'm questioning that there's females in this. It's the focus. We've had the Knight thing, female focused. We've had the Titan thing, all female focused. And now we've got this. Adeptus Sororitas, which you would expect to, be female focus. But then Aeronautica Imperialis, I only saw ladies. And it may well be that there is a strong masculine male character somewhere in Aeronautica Imperialis. I mean, hell, it might even be the case for Adeptus Sororitas. We don't know who they're fighting or anything. This is just a trailer. But this is the trailer that GW are presenting. This is what GW are saying. Look, this is our animation for this year. Unless we actually get Astartes 2 at the end of the year. We haven't got Amazon. That's a long way off. You've just had your Neve Black Talon Age of Sigmar series. Here's what you've got coming up, and it's more ladies. More ladies, yeah! It makes me think of Kevin Feige, who turned around at the start of the Disastrous Phase 4 and said, I want, for every male superhero, I want there to be a female one. How'd that work out, Marvel? It reminds me of Star Wars, who already had strong female characters, but decided and turned around and said, no, the Force is female. How's that worked out, Disney? How's that worked out? You've not released a film in 7 years. I know you've got Mandalorian Grogu, but that's just a glorified season 4. This endless focus on feminization of what were historically male-orientated franchise, and I'm sorry, no matter what you do, GW, no matter what you do, even if you do nothing but bring out Pink Space Marines for 5 years, Warhammer and tabletop gaming and wargaming will always, and I repeat, always be a male-orientated hobby. You will never, ever get white male 20 to 40-year-olds being anything but the majority that you see at a Warhammer World or whatever. Obviously, everybody's welcome. I don't care what your colour is, don't care what your sexuality is, don't care if you're a man, woman or something else. Don't care. You're there for the hobby. You enjoy the hobby as it is because that's why you're there in the first place. Don't new to it, don't fuck it up, don't make it something that it isn't. It's Warhammer. It's not Friendhammer, It should be brutal all the time. It should be grimdark. That's why it's there. And it's very odd that they just keep doing this pandering and focusing on the female elements of this, as opposed to anything else. Yeah, a very strange advert there. Doesn't really fill me with hope. If the last 2 series, the Night one and the Titan one I'm talking about, had not been both bestest woman ever, girl bosses, and sort of passing the Bechdel test and that kind of stuff, then I'd be like, well, okay, this is something different. Cool, we'll get some females in it. But because those last 2 series were both A, pretty shit, and B, completely focused around females, and GW are presenting more of that, it makes me think, well, you're just doing what Marvel and Star Wars did. And as I said, we've all seen how that turns out. So, yeah, not got a problem at all with, ladies can be just as badass, you can do all this stuff. But the fact that GW is choosing to focus on this at the expense of everything else, especially in light of us not getting anything from Amazon for a while, I thought was interesting. As always, guys, drop your thoughts down below. Try and be civil. It's not what I wanted to see in terms of animation, but maybe it will turn out to be quite cool. Anyway, till the next time, stay grognard, and we'll be back with another video soon.